So finally, after much delay, we went through and completely redid our trophy lodge on Thursday's live stream, and don't worry if you missed it, we still have to go and do our second lodge, and that stream will be announced at a later date, sometime in the relatively near future. But as you can see, this lodge is looking a whole lot different, and one of my favorite things that came out of that stream was this multi-mount right here. We've got an albino 129 scoring silver Kudu, and of course the albino female there with him, and I'm sure you can tell based on the title and everything else, we're headed to Vurhonga Savanna to try to get a bigger rare Kudu, mellow or albino I'd be thrilled with for that multi-mount. And kinda switching things up today, we are just on our single player map, which will of course mean we'll be able to completely focus on Kudu and not have to worry about the time for the entire hunt. The other thing is, we have done this actually quite a bit before. I think that albino male Kudu that is in our trophy lodge now came from essentially a Kudu grind, just running this coast over and over again, trying to get the second male diamond for a spot on the wall, and eventually that ended up working out, but who knows what could be left out here just as respawns from doing all that. Hopefully there's going to be something good, and in addition to that, I want to go around to maybe every lake on the map if we have time today, and just check all the locations we possibly can. So, starting with a 125 silver, a little bit uneven, and that's a little bit smaller than our albino. And by the way, gold is 132, so even just a bit bigger than what we had would be fantastic. Now, I probably should make the distinction. We're not really starting a Kudu grind here today. My hope is, maybe down the road we can spend some time in multiplayer too, but since we're going along our single player map, like most grinding videos, things like that level 3 Kudu for the rest of the hunt, we'll probably just shoot and not have in the video, and hopefully bigger 4s, 5s, maybe rares if we can run into them, those will be the main things we're focusing on. So this guy will be a 129 silver, same score as our albino, and basically that just allows us to pretty much get as many respawns as possible, so if and when we come back here, there could be something good waiting on us then too. So basically, this guy and up is essentially what we're looking for, and we have the 454 as a Cape Buffalo defense weapon today, but since that guy's actually in range due to the way this hill was, just an opportunity to drop him with that, and hopefully we do get to use it. I feel like when we hunt Kudu down here, usually 1 or 2 Cape Buffalo come after us, so thought it might not be a bad thing to have in addition to the 7 mil for our Kudu. And so what should be our first goal of the hunt at 137, like that as a rare in that multi-mount, basically a whole another spiral on those horns, that would be really, really nice. But double lunged, that went straight out the other side with the 454. And hopefully, like I said, we get to use it on some other stuff. Definitely kind of moving in the right direction. Got another decent 4. Spooked at level 2 though, and they're just gonna walk away. Probably that's fine. Leave the level 2 go and just try to get this guy. Not too bad. Caught him on the trot there. And there's another herd Kudu. Whole bunch of them actually, all drinking right up over that hill. I don't see any horns yet. It's gotta be, oh, wow. Some very much not impressive males over on that end. There's a ton of them down there though. I suppose we'll try to get them both. I think if we get right up to where we got this level 4, we should at least be able to get that one. I don't know about the other one. The way they're standing, it's gonna be kind of tough. Actually, we might have other problems, which is, again, kind of fine. That wasn't even close. I think we just domed that guy. Right in the brain. That was worth potentially losing out on any kind of Kudu. They are all clearing out of there, but again, smaller ones, if they get away, I'm really not too bothered by that. So we got ourselves a 139 Kudu there, and a really hilarious accidental brain shot on that cape. 2100 is the end of Kudu drink time. Actually, this works. Let's just go right here, reset the time, and we basically minimize the amount of time we have to spend not hunting Kudu by going right back down to the shore. Now, it's interesting. Our first max Esma Kudu of the hunt, and that one beside him almost looks a little bit bigger. I wonder if the overall spread matters. I think it does, because one of our diamond Kudu was way smaller looking frankly than either of these, but it was wider set and made the 151 requirement, so probably that's the difference. And since we're into about 180, Hopefully we can get them both. They do kind of spook quick. But that shot felt like maybe it scraped along the right lung there. First one dropped, and 2 more decent Kudu down. This feels like better than what we used to get when we would hunt these things. It was few and far between, frankly, even level 4s, but especially big 4s. First really decent 4, and I think the 4th or 5th total already. So this ought to be the big one. He is 93 kilo and a 144. Just based on estimates, he is bigger than the other one then. Double lung him, and even that's only 7 away from diamond, so a pretty good looking one. I want to say 97, 98 kilo for them is typically what we're after weight-wise, and that's a 136. Weird thing with his jaw there. I guess because he started the spook or whatever, something happened with that animation. He's 90 kilo and 136, so not bad either. And we'll just keep on scooting along here. This coast is providing a lot of good ones. Well, inevitably, I'm sure this won't come as much of a surprise, but I ended up in multiplayer, and the whole idea I had of checking like all the lakes around the map just flopped. There are not many Kudu drink zones in these areas, at least not on my single player map, so been running around out here, and I do believe that female Kudu back there, see how dark its head and neck are? I'm thinking that's maybe the dusky variant or something like that, which actually would now be a rare. There also is in there that maxes them at 4, so maybe we try to get them both, but we'll try to get the female first, and I will say, we're not replacing the albino female. Dusky is a very cool variant, but I think the albino is even better, so let's get that, and then try to get the 4. Okay, I don't know how we did that. He must have stepped right into that heart shot, because I felt like we were far forward, and then maybe without the night vision. That is the Dusky. It's really cool. It looks like an elk, but still not cooler than albino. And things I've said about so many Vurhonga species. If this could be a male rare, like that would look awesome. You can see what I'm talking about with the elk kind of look to it. Darker head and neck and lighter colored body. Dusky female Kudu. I guess we'll tax it. I really don't know if we have one taxed. And in the sense, even if we do, one that we shot 4 or 5 years ago when they weren't rare is really as significant. Maybe when we redo our second trophy lodge, we can do a second Kudu multi-mount, and maybe the Dusky female ends up in there. As for this guy, nice little 141.9. And you can see the coast can be pretty darn effective, but wouldn't it be multiplayer that we end up getting a trophy from? That guy goes all the way to 155. I can say for certain because we have one. Level 4 Diamond Kudu exists. I don't really think this is one, but he looks pretty solid, so we'll just get that shot with a 7mm, and we're kind of up against it here. It's almost 2100. This is the area I'd like to stop, and Kudu, of course, stopped drinking at 2100, so I think we'll make it. I think we'll at least be able to see all the way down to there by the end of their drink time, but another pretty decent male up along here in multiplayer now. I mean, he looks like a diamond, but I would probably say just a little bit below. 149 is close, 151.64 is the requirement. Harden double lung shot him. That's right in that area, obviously, for what we're kind of looking for. Nice to see a really big one. I think that's by far the best we've killed today. Now, it would have been a shame to bring the 454 for Cape Buffalo defense and not get some use out of it, so we have a level 6 after us here. I think we had 2 opportunities maybe at heart shots, 1 vital, 1 nothing, and we'll at least see where that got to, and I'm hoping we can maybe stumble into 1 or 2 more of these guys before we wrap up this hunt. And in the meantime, still of course looking for Kudu, so 120 gold for him, double lung actually way behind the heart, and then that just, what? That's that's in the lung, and it didn't do anything. Okay, well, regardless, first shot did what it needed to. So we're down here kind of in the southeast, and the hope is either we stumble into a Kudu via tracks or just spot one, or the Cape Buffalo find us. Now that's looking a little bit better. Mythical this time up to 141. Unfortunately, he's charging up there where we just were. Now he's gonna spin back. Maybe we don't want to scope for this. Might have been a neck shot the first time. Second time we got the vital, so the inverse of the other one. As soon as he goes down, I think that's probably going to be the last kill of this hunt. And really weird how this one worked out with both single player and multiplayer. Just want to make sure, because level 9 Cape Buffalo aren't that rare. Don't have another potential diamond down that direction. But this guy is a 140 gold, First shot, nearly a neck shot. Second shot, just double lunged him, almost hit the heart. But anyway, between our Gemsbot grind that we've been doing for a while, now all those Kudu respawns are going to be on our single player. I'm excited about that, and we still got a rare female Kudu coming out here to multiplayer. So with the redoing of the lodge, I think that's going to bring a lot of kind of new goals, things to chase out here on multiplayer, wherever we want to go for it, and I think that's going to be pretty darn cool. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.